Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we're the Hebrew Israelites of GMS, Louisiana, of the Lafayette camp. All right, coming back once again with another live sit-down lesson. All right, but as always, before we get started, we want to give our praises and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem HaRakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well as well as teach well. And also peace and salutation to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, Shalom.
Shalom, mighty Shalom.
All right, as you can see from the title of the lesson, all right, Jacob is about to enter into his blessing. Okay, point blank, period. Jacob, all right, who's the father of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, which today are known as so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, we're about to enter into our blessing. Okay, the blessing that our forefather Isaac, all right, gave to our forefather Jacob in the book of Genesis. Okay, it's basically rulership, all right, dominion, okay, prosperity throughout the earth, all right, because all the things that we see going on in the world right now, all right, the things that we see looming down the pipe, okay, in 2024 and beyond, as far as prophecy-wise and current event-wise, all these things lets us know that, real quick, when y'all brothers get second or just 69. All right, all these things that we see looming in the news and current events and whatnot, and prophecy, let us know that we're at the end of Esau's rulership and the rest of these heathen nations. Okay, you got it.
I still have something.
Got it. You got it.
All right, this is 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. It says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? Mm-hmm. And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, then Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held fast the heel of Esau.
Right, Jacob. All right, and this, obviously referring to Genesis, the 25th chapter, when Jacob and Esau were born. Okay, it tells you how Jacob held the heel of Esau. All right, as two boys were fighting in the womb of Rebekah, the wife of Isaac. Okay, Jacob, all right, as Esau came out of the womb first, the elder son, Jacob's held on to the heel of Esau. All right, symbolic of what? That ultimately it'll be Jacob, all right, that will pull down the rulership of Esau, Edom in these latter days. Okay, go ahead. And that's happening right now through the Spirit, through the elect waking up, the remnant. All right, we're spiritually casting down Esau and his rulership and his pseudoscience and his lies and his deceptions that he's pushing, promoting throughout the earth. All right, we're spiritually casting down the things of Esau, Edom, just simply through the preaching of this word. All right, and then ultimately, when Yahushua comes back, he's going to physically pull this man down and cast him down.
Go ahead. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 25, verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Right. And what is the covering cast that's over all these people over the earth? Esau's lies, his deceptions, his false education, his false history that he pushes out, his false images that he pushes out throughout history, iconoclasm and all these different things, his false religions, his false policies. All these things have basically covered the eyes and the minds of people throughout the earth. Okay, deceived them, got everybody drunken off of the ways of Esau, Edom. Okay, morally corrupt. All right, what the Lord said, as the brother just read, the Lord's getting ready to destroy the covering cast over all the lies that Esau has pushed on these people.
That's right. Mm-hmm. The book of Habakkuk, I believe it's the 2nd chapter, says he enlarged himself as hell, and he is not satisfied. And that's likened on Esau, spreading himself throughout the planet Earth. Well, how does he spread himself in wickedness? This is Psalms 37 and 35. I have seen the wicked in great power. So the Lord is telling you in 2 Ezra 6 and 9 that the wicked will be in great power, all right before Jacob enters into his blessing. And we're seeing the wicked being identified on the planet Earth. Who is Esau Edom? It says, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. You got it, brother.
Yeah. And the wicked is spread all over the earth in these latter days through Esau Edom and his blessing, which, we go into later on in this lesson. All right. Because Esau was promised the fatness of the earth. All right. That he would, enter into his blessing before Jacob would enter into his blessing. All right. And as the brother just read, Esau would, spread himself throughout the earth. Okay. But in what? In wickedness, anti-Messiah energy, in Malachi, the first chapter, he would be known as what? The border of wickedness. So meaning what? Wherever Esau, Edom would rule at in these latter days throughout the earth, all you would see is nothing but wickedness promoted. Anti-Messiah, anti-Yahweh Shemashai energy, lies, deception, pseudoscience, okay, falsehood, you name it. All right? You want to say something?
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 60 and 1. And it says, Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and the kings of the brightness of thy rising. Basically going into, as the brothers were saying, Esau's being revealed by the prophets, in these last days. Because when Esau got into rulership, as the brother said, wickedness increased. So now we're uncovering that wickedness, all right, of Esau Edom, all right, and that in the last days, the wicked shall be revealed, and through the wicked being revealed, there comes righteousness, all right.
Yes, on 2 Ezra 6.
All right, this is 2 Ezra 6, and I'm going to read 8 again. This is 2 Ezra 6 and 8, and it says, And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, and Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
So Esau's the end of the world, the end of this aeon, this worldly age. Okay, Esau will be the main heathen nation of people ruling over the earth in the latter days before Yahushua comes back. All right, when Yahushua comes back, as I just said, Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, the beginning of the next world to come after Esau's world gets taken down. All right. Your brother, any quick reasons before we
I got a quick word.
Okay.
This is the word eon from online etymology. It says eon, from Latin, from Greek age, vital force, a period of existence, a generation, a long space of time, vital force, a period of existence. And we see the period of existence of Esau Edom ruling in the planet Earth. That period is winding down, all right? Those sand particles in that hourglass, they're trickling down, man. And Esau Edom, he's being pulled down. Like the scriptures tell you in the book of Psalms, promotion neither coming from the east nor the west, but the Lord is the judge. He pull it down one and bring it up another. So Esau Edom, you going throughout the earth being a menace, you going throughout the earth poisoning, polluting, being a parasite onto our nation of people, all because of that blessing that you negligently spent off, man. Through your impulsiveness, man, that you still hold on the planet Earth. We can tell you're an impulsive ruler. Look at the state of the planet Earth, man. The trees are mourning, man. All right? There's seedless lemons, man. That's an insider, but that's just how the earth is being and the produce is given under the sky, man. And we're tired of it. Our bodies are reflecting, and guess what? Our spirits are crying out for the abominations that are being done. If there weren't abominations being done, we wouldn't be crying out, man. The Lord has us out on our posts, whether it be in a small location, the Lord will turn that to a great location. If you're in a great location, the Lord will turn that to even more to magnify his name, man. But it's going to be the Lord's will, not the will of Esau Edom. And Esau Edom's pseudoscience and technology will not stand. You got it, brother.
All right. We can go to Genesis 28, starting at verse 10.
All right, this is Genesis 28 and 10. And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went towards Haran. And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there after night, because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of that place and put them from his pillars.
For his pillows.
For his pillows, Shalakia. And laid down in that place to sleep. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of Yahweh, according to this, descending on it. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord, power of Abraham thy father, and the power of Isaac. The land whereon thou livest, to thee will I give it, and thy seed.
Right. So the Lord, right, and this basically going into the story of Jacob's ladder. You know, basically the Lord telling Jacob in his dream, look, this land that you dwelling at right now, which was the land of Haran, which was around the region of Turkey. You know, when you look up the region of Haran on a map and whatnot.
Syria.
Mm-hmm.
I got a precept.
Okay.
Just backing that up. This Hosea 12 and 12. Hosea 12 and 12 and Jacob, and this is just backing that account up. And Jacob, because it's written, thou shalt not abhor a Syrian, but we were dwelling in that land, man. And we were known as what Assyrians. All right? Scriptures tell you that Hosea 12 and 12, and Jacob fled into the country of Syria, and Israel served for a wife, and for a wife he kept sheep. And this is in the NLT, Hosea 12 and 12. Jacob fled to the land of Aram. So it's equivalent with it's comparing and parallel to Syria. It says, Jacob fled to the land of Aram, and there he earned a wife by tending sheep. It's just backing you up, brother. It's a quick point.
Yeah, showing that our forefathers, like back during the time of like Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and whatnot, they dwelt amongst the Syrian people. You know, because the Syrians, when you trace back their lineage, they go back to one of Shem's sons, Aram. Yeah, Aram. That's where the Syrians descend from. They're Shemitic people. So showing that our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they mingled with Shemitic nations. Okay, and then eventually Jacob had his 12 sons, and that's what the nation of Israel descended out of, out of Jacob. But before that, our forefathers dwelt amongst the Syrians, which were Shemitic people. And that goes back to what the brother had quoted in Deuteronomy 23, thou shalt not abhor a Syrian, for he is thy brother, because our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, dwelt amongst the Syrian peoples.
That's right. It's just backing that up. Deuteronomy 26 and 5. And thou shalt speak and say before the Lord, Yahweh thy power, Assyrian ready to perish was my father. And he went down into Egypt and sojourned there with a few, and became there a great nation. And became there a nation great, mighty, and populous. You got it, brother.
And that Syrian in that verse is talking about Jacob. The Lord gave Jacob instruction to go down into Egypt and dwell there, so that ultimately the Israelites would multiply as a nation. Okay, and ultimately fulfill that prophecy that was given to Abraham. It was in Genesis 15. That seed shall dwell in a strange land and be afflicted for 400 years, and then ultimately come out of that land. That was fulfilled in ancient Egypt. And the Lord instructing Jacob to go into Egypt was basically the beginning of that prophecy. You know,
just to back that up, Deuteronomy 26:5 in the NLT. Deuteronomy 26:5 in the NLT. You must then say in the presence of the Lord your power, my ancestor Jacob was a wandering Aramean who went to live, and that's likened unto a Syrian, who went to live as a foreigner in Egypt. His family arrived few in number, but in Egypt they became a large and mighty nation.
Right. So clearly right there, Jacob was referred to as a Syrian or an Aramean. Okay, so showing you that, you know, certain scriptures throughout the Bible, Israelites can be referred to as, like different regions of the earth.
Yeah.
You know, based on where they live at.
Mm-hmm. Like Texan.
Yep.
But you're an Israelite, but you're in Atlanta or the area of Texas. What do they call you modern day? Texan, New Orleans, and Louisiana, and so on and so forth. New Yorker, and so on and so forth, man. You got it, brother. American. That's even a byword. You got it, brother.
Like in 2 Samuel, Uriah the Hittite. Now, was our forefather Uriah an actual Hittite, meaning a Hamite? No, he was just from that region of where the Hittites dwell at. You know, he was a man that was high up in King David's army, but he was referred to as a Hittite. Why? Because he was from where the Hittites dwelt at, not because he was an actual Hamite. But
that's right, bro.
But because his lands was named after people, but after a period of time of that generation, people named themselves after that particular land that they're in.
But we go back to Genesis 28 and 13 again.
Okay. All right, this is Genesis 28:13. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord, power of Abraham, thy father, and the power of Isaac. The land whereon thou layest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed.
Right. Land that thou liest, the Lord said he would give it not only to Jacob, but to his seed afterwards. Okay? Meaning his actual physical descendants. They will be known as, Israelites. Okay? In the New Testament, you got these Christians that like to push this whole replacement theology, supersessionism, BS, saying that the Lord is no longer dealing with the physical seed of Israel, but now anybody that believes in the Messiah can be an Israelite, Israel of God.
Replacement theology.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, if a person of any nation could be referred to as an Israelite or Israel of God in these latter days, all right, as long as they claim to believe in Jesus, well, that would ultimately offset the promise that was given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because that promise was given to their specific seed, their specific physical descendants, which is only one particular people on the earth, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
This is a definition of supersessionism/replacement theology. It says supersessionism, also called replacement theology or fulfillment theology, is a Christian theological doctrine which describes and the scriptures tell you, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophies and vain doctrines and deceits, man. And that's what all these Christians push, because they want everybody to be accepted, all right, in the Christian church. And what you see today, you have moles, this, that, here, there. All of those can be found in the Christian church, man. You name it. The Most High is not like that. The Most High is the scriptures tell you that the narrow gate. The Most High is about the narrow gate, not the broad way, man. Is a Christian. Supersessionism is a Christian theological doctrine which describes the theological conviction that the Christian church has superseded the nation of Israel, assuming their roles as the Most High's covenant people. So you take the nation of Israel out and you put the Christian church there. That's what they're saying, right? Yep. And all the promises, the inheritance applies to the Christian church now. But within the Christian church, you have what? Come as you are, right? All under that umbrella of Babylonian westernized mindset, man. anything goes. You got it, brother. That was it.
And that's completely against the scriptures. Supersessionism, replacement theology, nonsense that the brothers reading. That's completely against the narrative of the Bible, because that would literally offset the promise that was given to the promises and the blessing that was given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's only for a specific lineage of people. Okay, the physical seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which are the Israelites, which are not done away with. Okay,
that's right, bro.
You can read verse 14 in Genesis 28.
This is Genesis 28 and 14. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south.
Right. Basically meaning Jacob, his physical descendants would be a large multitude. You know, as the dust of the earth, as the sand of the sea, as the stars of heaven. You know, just as the Lord told Abraham.
Yep. And that's prophesied in Revelation 5th chapter, the large multitude singing that new song, many nations, people's tongues. And then Revelation 7 and 9, it tells you the multitude of many nations, kindreds, and tongues. When you go into that word kindreds, it goes, matter of fact, I'll get it out because it goes right into our patriarch Jacob, man. All right? We've become a great nation to this day. But amongst that great nation of people, you have a remnant that the Lord is dealing with, which is the hopeful elect, as well as you have the 1/3 men, women, and children, man. But this is that, get it real quick, brother. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 9, and it reads, I'm going to read in verse 5 first. In chapter 5, Revelation 5 and 9, and they sung a new song saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. All right, it's talking about Yahushua. He's worthy to open the seals thereof. No man under the sun, under the heaven was worthy, but ultimately we're brought back through Yahushua, which is the word. So it says, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to the Lord by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. And this is what the Christian church has messed up, man. All right? That's not talking about everybody can be saved and everybody, all right, is brought back into the covenant and the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh by Shemion Shai, man. That's talking about a specific people. Let's get into it. Revelation 7 and 9, all right? After this, I beheld and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. And it says a great multitude. And that's talking about a multitude of Israelites from different nations. The scriptures say Israel is likened unto many nations. Why? Because out of these different nations come Israelites. You have Israelites that look like so-called Chinese. You have Israelites that look like so-called Arabs, so-called Edomites, man. But the Spirit bear witness that they're singing that new song now, man. All right? Of the patriarch Jacob. But that word kindred in Revelation 7 and 9, that word kindred, just backing the brother up in Genesis 28. All right? Okay. All right, brother. Bring it up real quick. It's that word kindred.
G 5443. Foulée. Strong's G 5443.
Foulée, it says in the New Testament, all the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. It says Foulée, a nation, people. You got it, bro.
Right. In the New Testament. So it was specific right there. It said in the New Testament, referring to all the sons of the patriarch Jacob. Okay, that's that kindred and that large multitude that the brothers just read of in Revelation 7 verse 9, talking about Israelites. Okay, Israelites that would of the elect, that will be making their calling and election sure in these latter days to be delivered by Yahushua. and be the first fruits to enter into that promise, that blessing that was given to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? So yeah, too.
Just going to that multitude of Jacob. This is Genesis 26:4. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. So yeah, again going into how the brother was speaking about how Israel is scattered throughout all nations of people. You know, we're scattered abroad, man. You know, we're all over the place. We can't be numbered. Which, if you don't mind, I want to get that scripture as well. You know, they like to call us the minority, or the least, of the people. But in reality, we are actually, we take up the bulk of the population of the earth. Okay, this is Acts 3:25. And ye are the children of the prophets, and of the covenant which Yahweh made with our fathers, saying unto Abraham, and in thy seed shall all kindreds of the earth be blessed. So, Israel again being in what? All kindreds of the earth, being in all these different, mixed amongst these mixed multitudes of nations, okay? That's why we always say, you don't go off of what an Israelite may look like for face value, or what he look like on his outer appearance, but it's the spirit that dwells within that person that makes them an Israelite. Okay, just one more.
I got something back in you.
All right, this is Hosea 1:10. Ye are, it says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in that place wherein it said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power, Yahweh. So yeah, man, we are as the sand of the sea, man. Jake is every captivity that Jake has been under, the oppression of our people, has caused them to want to multiply, want to, relieve that stress, man. And that's what they were doing in Egypt, man. That's why the Pharaoh put more hell on our people, because during all that oppression, our people was what? Multiplying, man.
Watch that incense.
I got a quick one backing you up. This is 2 Samuel 7:23. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel, whom the Lord went to redeem for a people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great things and terrible for thy land before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations and their powers.
That's right. So the Lord saying, what nation is like the nation of Israel, which I delivered from Egypt, from those Egyptians, man. All right? Because what that proves? That proves that the Most High has favoritism, man. All right? He favors Israel above all nations, man. All right? That's why he put an end to Egypt. All right? And Pharaoh and all the people that tried to, come on those chariots to try to destroy Israel, man. They got swallowed up by the water, man. All right? And Israel got pretty much blessed, man. All right? They got delivered from their situation,
You can read Genesis 28:14 again.
This is
you can get Jeremiah 31:1.
This is Genesis 28:14 again. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed.
So Jacob and his seed, the nation of Israel, it says, shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Now, a Christian will read that and see, through Jacob, all the families of the earth will be blessed, meaning all nations and all races of people, this and the third, are going to receive, are being joint heirs with the blessings of Jacob. Okay, not so fast, because first of all, when it says the families of the earth, okay, all the families of the earth be blessed, that's talking about each 12 tribe of the nation of Israel. It's not talking about the actual literal heathen nations. You have that, Jeremiah?
This is Jeremiah 31:1. At the same time, said the Lord Yahweh, will I be the power of all the families of Israel.
All the families of what?
All the families of Israel.
Okay.
All the families of Israel, and they shall be my people.
So there go your families of the earth right there. The families of the earth that will be blessed through Jacob and his seed. That's talking about all the families of the nation of Israel. Okay, each 12 tribe. Each individual 12 tribe of Israel is likened to a family. And even in Genesis 35, the Lord said, basically, each 12 tribe of Israel is likened unto a nation, a small nation within itself. Because if you have a nation of people as a whole that's likened to a large multitude, as the sand of the sea, the dust of the earth, the stars of heaven, that basically shows you what? That the nation of Israel will be so much in population that each individual tribe will be likened to a nation itself. So literally you have, billions of Judites, billions of Ephraimites, billions of Gadites, billions of Issacharites. Okay, when you have billions of people from one particular stock or lineage, that's likened into a nation. So each tribe of Israel is likened into a family or a nation of people. So the families that will be of the earth that will be blessed through Jacob and his seed is talking about Israelites, okay, not heathen. All right, because now after all that I just explained, if a Christian is still watching this video and thinking that no, those families of the earth,
Got you one back in directly.
Okay, con. Now, if a Christian that's watching this video right now is still thinking in their head, no. The families of the earth are talking about other races of people, okay, heathen. Okay, well, if that's the case, then real quick, before y'all get your precepts, if that's the case, when y'all brothers get Genesis 27 and 28, going into the actual blessing that was given to Jacob.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27. Yeah, you can get it.
All right, this is Genesis 27 and 28, correct? Genesis 27 and 28, and it reads, Therefore Yahweh gave thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine.
So here Jacob was given a blessing to receive the fatness of the earth, meaning what? Total rulership over the whole entire earth and control of the resources. Okay, and go ahead.
It says, Let people serve thee, and the nations bow down to thee.
Let people serve thee, and nations bow down unto thee. Go ahead.
To be over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. Cursed be every one that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee.
So based on what we're reading right here in Genesis 27 and verse 29, the blessing that was given to Jacob, okay, the fatness of the earth, it said the nations would bow down and serve Jacob, and even his mother's son, which is who? Esau, Edom. Now, upon reading that, does that sound like the actual heathen nations are going to be blessed through Jacob and his seed? Okay, absolutely not. All right. How in the hell could you call serving another nation a blessing? Okay, that's a curse. Look at us right now. We're serving the heathen nations. Are we blessed? Hell no. So when these nations serve us, okay, through the blessing of Jacob in the kingdom, okay, that's not going to be a blessing for them. That's going to be a curse unto them. You see? So just further proving that in Genesis 28 and 14, when it says all the families of the earth will be blessed through Jacob and his seed, those families are talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, not the actual heathen nations. Okay? Your brother's good with yours.
You had yours? Something in Psalms, and I'll go after you up.
This is Psalm 74 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, and his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation.
What you read?
Psalms 147. And it was going into the Lord showing giving. I'll explain.
Yeah, keep reading that.
This is Psalms 147:19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as far from his judgments they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So as the brother is going into, basically the Lord is not dealing with anybody else, because the Lord only specifically gave his law, statutes, and commandments to Israel, man. He only gave it to Jacob, man. All right? And Jacob had, the 12 tribes, man. And that blessing passed down on to them. It didn't pass on down to anybody else. It didn't change at any point, because the scriptures say that the Lord changes not. All right? So, all those Christians that are preaching that, it's a lie, man. They can't back it up through the scriptures, man. All right.
This one backing you up, you can break it down now. It's Amos 3:1-2. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel. O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
That's right. So when you read Deuteronomy 28, when you start at 15, you can go from the blessings to the curses. All right. So if the laws and statutes and commandments were only given to Israel, that means that only the blessings and the curses can only apply to Israel only. All right. So, if it only applies to Israel only, then, it's not for everyone, man, like they say. All right. It's only for Israel. Okay. And that's the reason why we are cursed today, man, because we have went off. We disobeyed the Lord. But we're coming back to him, trying to seek him 10 times more, man. All right.
A great and evil seed was put in Adam from the beginning, and ultimately it brought forth the point that we are now. But Adam, all the way down onto Noah, the sons of God, through our facts said, all the way down onto to Abraham, through Isaac and Jacob, the 12 tribes. And it is evident that our Lord sprang out of the tribe of Judah. All right, the skeptics shall not depart from Judah, all right, till Shiloh come, roughly paraphrasing. So we know that this is our heritage. This is our laws. We have faith in the Lord and His Son and their names, all right? And like the brother always goes into, this is faith-based. We can't actually go and say, hey, this is track us down all the way to the Levitical priesthood, all right? But by faith, we believe that we are these men that we're speaking of, and we believe that the apostles are the apostles of old, man, all right? And it's going to be made manifest, Lord willing.
That verse, when that verse get Genesis 27 and 38, going into the blessing that was given to Esau.
This is Genesis 27:38. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustain him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son?
Right. So Isaac pretty much letting Esau know, look, Jacob got the blessing. It's already established that, hey, he's going to be your Lord one day, okay, and that you would have to serve him one day. You see? That's written. That's ultimately the will of the Lord, which cannot be changed, like the brother was speaking of. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, and Esau said unto his father, Esau said unto his father, Have thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Yeah, Esau crying because he missed out on the blessing. Which Esau was gonna give it up any damn way, because he already gave up the birthright for a bowl of lentils.
Got you.
So why in the hell would he need the blessing? Okay.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 17. Verse 16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when ye would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
So for one morsel of meat, one plate of food, this man Esau just disregarded the whole birthright. Okay, the birthright of the firstborn, all because to satisfy his belly, all because he couldn't wait an extra hour, an extra half an hour to an hour to wait for the food to get done cooking. And now here in these other days, now that he's in his blessing, he's hurt. Okay, he's went on a worldwide campaign to basically destroy the nation of Israel, which is going to go into in Genesis 27, all to try to get that blessing back. Look at how this man is ruling. All right, pseudoscience, everything that he's established is all based off of lies and bloodshed and just BS. Okay, all because he's trying to get that blessing back, the blessing that he disregarded. Okay, because of his flesh and his impulsive nature, like the brother was speaking of earlier in this lesson. You got it right.
Hebrews 12:16 in the NLT. Make sure that no one is immoral or godless like Esau. So the scriptures are telling you this is a godless man. Keep thee far from me, the man that had the power to kill. All right. Never trust thine enemy. Take heed of him. You have to beware of this devil. Don't let him escape out of your eyesight, or let you look, and then next thing you know, he's coming with the Quran. He's coming with a full-fledged agenda to attack the Most High and his anointing. He's preparing his military to go up against the holy angels, the hosts of heavens. This is the diabolical mad scientist that's ruling the planet Earth, man. And this is the mindset he's in. If he'll trade his birthright for a single meal, what won't he do? This is Hebrews 12:16 again, the NLT. Make sure that no one is immoral or godless like Esau, who traded his birthright as the firstborn son for a single meal. You know that afterward, when he wanted his father's blessing, he was rejected. It was too late for repentance, even though he begged with bitter tears. So here you are, the firstborn son, got inheritance, the birthright. You trade it off for a single meal. That's why the Lord is going to make it rain on you while you're eating, man. You're a gluttonous man, Esau. You can't get enough, man, until you've gotten enough. Look what you've done to the planet Earth, man. He put onto him all nations and all people, all right? When Antiochus came into power, said he required that the earth be of one people. That's Esau Edom. That's his agenda, man. That old serpent. But guess what? The Lord said he's going to smite the head of and wound the scalp of you, man. He's going to cut the head off of that serpent, man, once and for all. And Lord willing, we be at that number. We're going to behold this place for what it truly is, and that sea of glass pertaining to Revelation the 15th chapter.
Man, hey, Esau, you fumbled the bag, dude.
Yeah.
You had the right of the firstborn. You had the blessing in your hand, but you fumbled it. All for a bowl of lentils, all because to satisfy your flesh. Dumbass.
I was looking at the definition of perdition, because they call Esau the son of perdition, and the definition, it says destruction, downfall, doom, ruin. So that's the definition of Esau, man. He's destruction, man. As the scriptures say, when Alexander the Greek had passed away, evils multiplied within the earth, man. Destruction multiplied in the earth, killing, death, everything that you could think of, which is evil, all right, increased in the earth, man. All right. So yeah,
and the Lord made it plain unto us. He said, this is how you're going to know when someone evil is in power. The state of the earth is going to be mourning. The people are going to be perverse. All right? You're going to see the society turned upside down. We see that exactly here in America. Look at what's being allowed. Look at what's being promoted, man. Right before your eyes, man. You literally have to be completely bugged out of your mind to not see the things right in front of your eyes that Esau Edom, all right, is letting go that he's about to come down with great wrath. It's literally in your face every day. And this society is getting more and more perverse. The brother will tell you, he said this all the time, tomorrow is going to be worse than today. And we see that. A couple of days back, we didn't see all these events now we're seeing in these last couple of days. It's been getting worse and worse. More and more things we're seeing, according to prophecy, that's telling us that Esau is being taken out of here, man. You got it, brother.
You go back to Genesis 27 and 38.
All right. This is Genesis 27 and 38. Again, it says, And Esau said unto his father, Hath thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven.
Right. So Esau was also promised the fatness of the earth, to have rulership over the whole entire earth and control the resources of the earth. But as we read earlier in the beginning of this lesson, in 2 Ezra 6 and 9, okay, Esau would enter into his blessing before Jacob. Right? Esau would be at the end of this world. So, showing you, when you put prophecy together, Esau would ultimately enter into his blessing, which is rulership over the fatness of the earth, in the latter times, at the end of the world, this age, this aeon. Okay, and as it goes into verse 40 in Genesis 27, how would Esau rule over the fatness of the earth? Go ahead.
It says, And of the dew of heaven from above. Verse 40, And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
So through the sword, Esau would rule the earth. Okay,
right.
And really, all throughout history, anytime Esau's ever came into power, he's always ruled through the sword and violence and military campaigns and whatnot. Okay, going back to the Greeks, then later on the Romans, then eventually the Western Roman Empire fell, and then eventually that Greco-Roman ways and philosophies came back into the earth, starting in the Renaissance during the 1400s. And what came out of that? All types of atrocities and genocide and wars and violence, all in the name of Christianity and Roman Catholicism. And all of that stuff has led to what we see here today and amongst America, NATO, and the EU. Which America, NATO, and the EU is the revival of that ancient Roman system, the revival of this fourth beast system. Okay, and Esau is who rules over the revival of this fourth beast system. He rules over America, NATO, and the EU. And how does he rule over it? Rule over it in these latter days through the sword. Okay, the fatness of the earth. All right, and we know the sword. Of course, the sword goes into violence and bloodshed and wars and military campaigns and whatnot. We know Esau's sword goes deeper than that. Okay, his science, his judicial system, okay, his false education system, his pharmakeia, all right, and even the foods. Esau's even turned the foods that we eat into a sword, an instrument of death. Basically weaponizing all of the Lord's creation to destroy us as a people.
Can I bring this out?
Go ahead.
This is Revelation 6 and 4.
God, this what I had. Get the word sword.
God, this is Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. That's right. So a great sword was given to Esau, and that's what he's been doing, since the Roman Empire, man. All right. And through the Roman Empire,
the Greeks, since he came into power.
Yeah, the Greeks.
Because Antiochus wrote to the people and said, we should all be on one accord. Now people started leaving their laws, man. All right? And what did he do? He defiled the temple. That's why he's known as what? That vile man, bro. Sacrificing swine's flesh, leaving our children uncircumcised, man. That's a part of that sword. And Esau Edom, and he's doing that right now, like the brother said, weaponizing judicial system. All right, those two horns that spake as a lamb in Revelation the 13th chapter, man. He's literally issued a law, what is it, Rule 2 point something, that basically goes into they could come into your home whenever they want, man. I think that was in New York. But yeah, man, he has the power to kill, man.
Yeah, that's
You got it, bro.
you would go
Look it up real
basically
quick.
they, like the brother was just saying, you know, through his certain policies, through the when we seen it through the what is it, through a health, I don't know if I can use the E word, but through a health basically, you know, like a nationwide emergency. Basically, he can take away your rights, you know, and like the brother said, go into your homes.
Yeah. Isolation.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Rule 2.3, isolation and Q-team procedures, man. They can isolate you if suspected of you having a pestilence, man, and haul you off. All right, what the scriptures speak of those things, man. All right, you should be brought before kings, governors, for my name's sake, for their testimony. But ultimately, that's a part of us entering into that blessing. The scriptures tell you, let me get it real quick. Through much tribulation, we shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. So we're going to enter into that blessing, but it's going to be through Jacob's trouble. This is Acts 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the Most High. And that's synonymous with our blessing. The kingdom is, man. All right? It's synonymous with us being happy. We're going to be happy in the kingdom. And this is just back you up on mine. Because you read Revelation 6 and 4, right? It's the NLT, Revelation 6 and 4, and the NLT. Then another horse appeared, a red one. Its rider was given a mighty sword and the authority, but notice it says it was given the authority. And notice in Revelation the 6th chapter, it has a white horse too. So that's talking about Yahweh Shai. So which horse is ultimately going to reign, that white horse or that red horse? We know, all right, Jacob is the end of it, the beginning of it that followed him. So it's going to be ushered in with Yahweh Shai, whom the word isn't really called Jesus Christ. Revelation 6 and 4, again the NLT. Then another horse appeared, a red one. Its rider was given a mighty sword and the authority to take peace from the earth. And there was war and slaughter everywhere.
Yeah, there was war and slaughter everywhere, man. And if you check Esau's track record, that's all he's been doing to get his way all the way up the totem pole, man. All right, because at one point, America was very greatly feared, and basically, you know, they ruled by the sea, you know, mostly. But then, as time progressed, you know, these other nations, they got stronger, man. All right, so America is not the big bad bully on the block no more, man. You know, these other countries are arming up and getting stronger and uniting with each other, you know. So yeah, man, this place is on its way out, man. All right.
That's right, bro.
Yeah.
You back to Genesis 27 and 40 again. Read down to 41.
This is Genesis 27 and 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Right. And Esau still has that hatred to this very day. It says that in Amos 1 and 11. As well as Ezekiel 35. You know, thou hast had a perpetual hatred, you know, continual hatred against Jacob and the Israelites. And this man still has the same hatred to this very day. While ruling the fatness of the earth. You know? Go ahead.
It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherein his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. When will I slay my brother Jacob?
Right. And back during the time of Genesis, did Esau actually slay our forefather Jacob, as he said in his heart? No. So now, here it is. Esau's in his blessing in his latter days. The having the fatness of the earth by way of the sword, with all forms of hatred against Jacob in his heart. So now, like the brother had quoted earlier in Revelation 12, all right, all the things that we see happening in the earth, and that's also getting ready to happen in the earth. Okay, mass famine, great tribulation, great death, great famine, great pestilence, okay, all types of division, okay, blackouts, cyber attacks, the charagma, okay, all these things that we see down the pipe of prophecy, okay, Esau is going to primarily target all these things at our people. You know, why do you think the scriptures calls the time that we're getting ready to approach Jacob's trouble? Because we're the ones that are going to be catching the most hell when Esau comes down with great wrath. You see? He's going to come down with great wrath to get this blessing back, the blessing that he lost out on, okay, that he fumbled, all for that morsel of meat. You see, and so, you know, ultimately, okay, this time of Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation that we're getting ready to go through Esau coming down with great wrath. Okay, these are all the tribulations that we're going to have to endure. Okay, to enter into the kingdom, to enter into our blessing that was promised to us. All right. Your brothers have any quick ones?
What you got?
All right. Real quick, when y'all brothers get Revelation 12 and 17.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 17. And the dragon was wrought with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
Right. The dragon in the chapter, the red dragon, talking about basically the ancient Roman system, as well as the revival of this ancient Roman system. Okay, which is America, NATO, and the EU, which is ran by who? None other than Esau Edom. Okay, which the name Edom itself literally means red. Okay, so this red dragon is synonymous with Esau and his rulership. Okay, and as it said, he would was wroth with the woman. The woman in this chapter referring to who? Israel, the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
And went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahushua Mashiach.
So when Esau Edom comes down with great wrath, okay, he's going to come down with great wrath upon the woman, Israel. And he's especially going to have a special place of wrath set forth for the remnant of the nation of Israel, which is those of us that serve the hopeful elect. You know, those of us that preach his word, you know, that make our bodies a living sacrifice. Okay, Esau's going to have a special target directed towards us. All right, but guess what? As it says in Isaiah 59, all right, when this devil comes after us like a flood, okay, the Lord's going to lift up a standard against this man, all right, for us, on our behalf, to protect us from him, all right, and to make sure that whatever this devil throws at us, the Lord's going to be with us and protect us, and make sure that we endure to the end, okay, to be first fruits to enter into the blessing that was promised to us through our forefather Jacob, okay. And as a matter of fact, mentioning that, all right, real quick, me and Russ can get Hosea 8 and 8 going into the new covenant.
This is Hosea 8 and 8. Israel is swallowed up. Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel.
Salakia, Hebrews 8 and 8, not Hosea. Salakia. My fault.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 8. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Go ahead. Salakia. It said, all right, so the Lord promised, which the Apostle Paul is quoting Jeremiah 31 right here. He's saying the Lord had already promised to make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. Okay, all 12 tribes, northern and southern kingdom. All right, go ahead.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, said the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a people, and they shall be to me a people.
So right here is another point showing you that the actual heathen nations will not, be blessed in the kingdom. Because if that's the case, then why is the Lord only going to make a new covenant with the nation of Israel? Okay, the house of Israel and the house of Judah, the northern and southern kingdom. Why would the Lord only make a new covenant with the Israelites if somehow, some way, the heathen can be saved and enter into the kingdom? All right, that's not the case. So this is another point showing you that only the Israelites are going to enter into this blessing. Okay, are going to be blessed through Jacob and his seed. All right, and as it went into, the laws will be written in our inner parts, meaning what? The laws will be programmed into us, all right, into our new bodies that we're going to receive when Yahushua delivers us. Okay, and part of the laws being in our inner parts includes this right here in Leviticus 25 and 44. Go ahead.
All right, this is Leviticus 25 and 44. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you.
Shall be of the what?
Shall be of the heathen that are round about you.
So here it is right here in the law. It says that we would have, bondmen and bondwomen, meaning what? Slaves, servants, right? And that they will be of the heathen, meaning the actual heathen nations. Go ahead.
It says, of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be your possession.
The heathen will be our possession. That's in the law. Okay? Read 46.
It says, and ye shall take them as an inheritance.
It's an inheritance. Go ahead.
For your children after you to inherit them from a possession, they shall be your bondmen forever.
Go ahead.
But over your brethren, the children of Israel, you shall not rule over one another with rigor.
Right. So basically, the main point is, in our law, the laws that the Lord gave to us, we were meant to have the heathen as our servants, our slaves, basically, bondmen and bondwomen, as our possession, as our inheritance. So in the kingdom, when we receive the new covenant, which includes the law, statutes, and commandments written in our inner parts, programmed in us, then that includes what? This law that we just read right here in Leviticus 25. Us having the heathen for our inheritance, our possession, as bondmen and bondwomen. And even in the book of Psalms, the 2nd chapter, Yahushua said, God, go ahead, read it.
This is Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the othermost part of the earth for thy possession.
And that's basically going back to the blessing that was given to Jacob. The uttermost parts of the earth, the fatness of the earth, and what? The heathen nation for our inheritance. Let nations bow down unto thee and serve thee, even thy mother's son, which is Esau. So clearly showing you that this new covenant that we just read of in Hebrews 8 chapter, goes into the fulfillment of the promises that was given to Jacob. Which Lord willing, we be of the hopeful elect. We're going to be first fruits to enter into that blessing and to enter into this covenant as well through the new bodies. All right. Yes. When y'all brothers have any quick precepts? All right. When y'all brothers can get Luke 1 and start at verse 30.
All right. This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 30, and it reads, and the angel said unto her, fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with our power.
Good.
And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Yahushua.
Good.
He shall be great and shall be called the Son of the Highest, and the Lord our power shall give unto him the throne of his father David.
Right. And what is the throne of David? Is it talking about like an actual throne or an actual seat where Yahushua is going to be sitting down in the kingdom forever and ever? No, it's ultimately talking about a governing body of David. Also, the tabernacle of David, basically, which is what? The 144,000, okay, 12,000 men out of each 12 tribe of the nation of Israel, pursuant to Revelation, the 7th chapter, with the 12 apostles at the head of that, starting with the apostle Peter, okay? The tabernacle of David, the governing body of David, is the throne of David that Yahushua is going to sit over in the kingdom or rule over in the kingdom, okay? Yahushua is going to be at the forefront of that governing body that's going to rule over the earth and the kingdom through the laws, statutes, and commandments. And, you know, we're going to rule over the heathen nations through the laws and the commandments with the rod of iron, all right, to fulfill our blessing. Go ahead.
Luke 1:33, and he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and of his kingdom there shall be no end.
He shall reign over the house of Jacob forever. In his kingdom there shall be no end. So showing you what? That the blessing of Jacob is synonymous with the kingdom of heaven. Okay? We won't inherit the blessing that was given to our forefather Jacob until Yahushua returns and delivers us, in the chariots, okay, and establishes the kingdom. You know, that's the blessing of Jacob, the kingdom of heaven. You know, us, starting with the tabernacle of David, ruling under Yahushua, okay, ruling over the heathen nations with a rod of iron, with the law, statutes, and commandments, all right, and fulfilling that promise, ruling over the fatness of the earth and righteousness. Okay, our forefather Peter, 2 Peter, the third chapter, speaks about how we hasten the day of the Lord, where there's going to be a new heaven and a new earth, okay, a renewed heaven or a refreshed earth in heaven, all right, wherein what? Righteousness dwells, okay, and the blessing of Jacob, which is going to be fulfilled in Yahushua, or starting with Yahushua, is going to be the earth being ruled over once again in pure righteousness. Okay, the law, statutes, commandments being pushed forward. You see, and that's ultimately what we hope for in this side, or to be the first fruits to enter into that blessing. But we know that we have to go through hell, as Esau's at the end of his blessing. All right, he's getting ready to come down with great wrath. He's getting ready to come down with his ultimate sword, which is what? The charagma, and then ultimately the missiles, along with other stuff that Esau's getting ready to come down with. You know, his robot dogs, his AI robots, his pharmakeia, his lab-grown foods. You know, these are the things that we're going to have to go through to enter into our blessing. You see? My brothers, any quick ones? All right. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, before we close out, we want to give all praises and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem, HaMakadash.
double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well as well as teach well. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, Kwam Yasha'Allah,
Abba Ba,
Abba Ba,
Abba Ba,
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Till next time, Shalom.